Where is Melania? Here to tell us where is Melania, former First Lady Melania Trump, everybody. Hello, 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 Madam First Lady.
Hello, Stephen. And hello, Chicago, the greatest city in the world. What is this thing she does where she opens her face and it goes ha 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 ha?
It's called laughter. It's called laughter, ma'am.
Trump's marriage is shakier than a Jenga tower in an earthquake, and Kimmel just pulled out the bottom block. Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So did you click the subscribe button? Great, thank you so much. Now, back to the video. Our late night hero suggested Melania's practicing her "get me out of here" face, and Trump's tweets went nuclear. Looks like someone touched a nerve. Or should we say, a very sensitive ego.
Melania Trump made a rare appearance in compliance with Section 3, subsection 2.7 of her prenuptial agreement.
Good evening, New York City, our hometown. Let's seize this moment and create a country for tomorrow.
In her still today,
To me, there's nothing more beautiful than watching a man and his wife try not to smudge each other's bronzing cream, you know?
Alright folks, buckle up because the late night comedy crew just launched an all-out roast fest on our favorite orange-tinted tweeter-in-chief. Jimmy Kimmel kicked things off with a zinger that had the audience in stitches. He joked that Melania Trump's probably got a secret countdown app on her phone, ticking away the seconds until she can ditch the Donald and his toupee. But Kimmel didn't stop there. He rolled out some classic Melania moments that had everyone cringing. Remember that time she wore that "I really don't care" jacket? Well, Kimmel suggested it wasn't about the kids at the border. It was her subtle message to the hubby.
Mrs. Trump, no, we haven't seen you lately, so we don't know your thoughts on your husband's campaign yet. For example, what do you think of his new running mate?
Oh, Stephen, I have always been in favor of him getting a new mate. Up top.
But what do you think about J.D. Vance himself? What do you think he brings to the ticket?
I think he brings some strong positions on conservative issues and some freaky positions on his sofa.
That is unbecoming, Madam First Lady. No. Not only is that unbecoming of your position, for the record, we all know that this couch story isn't true.
Oh.
Ouch! Not to be outdone, Stephen Colbert jumped into the fray with both feet. He quipped that Trump's wedding ring is the only circle that fits on his finger these days. Talk about a low blow. The audience went absolutely bananas, cheering like they just won the lottery. As the comedians kept landing hit after hit, you could almost hear the collective intake of breath across the nation. Everyone was waiting for the inevitable Trump Twitter tantrum, but hours ticked by, and nothing. The usual caps lock crusader was suspiciously silent. It was like watching a volcano, knowing it's about to blow, but not knowing when. Social media was on high alert. Twitter users were refreshing their feeds every 2 seconds, waiting for the storm to hit. The tension was so thick you could cut it with a knife, or maybe one of Trump's overcooked steaks. Then, just when everyone thought maybe, just maybe, old Donnie had finally learned to turn the other cheek, it happened.
You're at the DNC to get information. Well, what have you been able to find out?
Oh, I have so much hot goss, Stephen. Like, did you know that the Democrats are casting a magical spell to turn the First Lady into a man? The food here is so rich I could marry it. The only thing I don't like is that big silver monument built for my husband. She gets Doug Emhoff, I get that Jagoff. Chicago slang, I love it here.
Yes, it really does seem like you've taken to Chicago.
Oh, it's wonderful.
At the stroke of midnight, like some twisted Trumpelstiltskin, the first angry tweet appeared. And boy was it a doozy. What set him off, you ask? Was it Kimmel's Melania jabs? Colbert's ring roast? Nope. Turns out it was a rerun of an old SNL skit making fun of his hair. Talk about priorities. Well folks, it looks like our favorite orange-tinted tweeter-in-chief decided to prove us all wrong about his marriage. And boy, did he do it in style. Trump's latest Twitter storm was so bonkers, it made his hair jokes look tame. It all started when Trump began tweeting about eating breakfast with Melania every morning, because nothing says I'm totally not insecure about my marriage like bragging about your cereal time, right? But wait, it gets better. At 3 a.m. when all normal presidents are fast asleep or, you know, presidenting, Trump decided to post a blurry selfie. The caption, "Fake news can't handle our love." Aw, how sweet. Nothing says true love like a grainy middle-of-the-night photo that could be literally anyone. But Trump wasn't done yet. Oh no, he was just getting warmed up. In a stroke of literary genius, he compared his marriage to Romeo and Juliet. Yep, you read that right. Apparently, someone forgot to tell him how that particular love story ends.
This appearance, it was as if they caught her in a glue trap at Saks Fifth Avenue and dragged her there.
And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today.
This whole event, his whole platform is immigrants are dangerous. Immigrants are killing our country. We have to stop the immigrants. And now, from Slovenia, please say hello to our former First Lady, Melania Trump.
Spoiler alert, not well, Donnie. Not well at all. The cherry on top of this Twitter Sunday, Trump actually demanded that Kimmel and Colbert apologize on air for being mean to Melania, because late-night comedians should only tell jokes approved by the president, right? That's totally how free speech worked. Meanwhile, Trump's poor staff was running around like headless chickens trying to control the damage. They even claimed he was taking a brief social media break to focus on important matters. Yeah, sure. And I'm the Queen of England. But here's where things get really interesting. In the midst of all this chaos, Melania mysteriously disappeared for 3 whole days. Cue the conspiracy theories. Was she hiding from Trump's Twitter tirades? Planning her great escape?
The Trump Hotel on the river.
No, I'm talking about the bean. Whoever did that sculpture has definitely seen his ass in shorts.
It's a beautiful place, but Madam First Lady, you can't expect to just stay here in Chicago. At some point, you'll have to leave and rejoin your husband. When are you heading back to Florida?
Oh, never, Stephen. Why go to Mar-a-Lago when I can stay in Chicago-Lago?
Madam First Lady, okay, it's a wonderful town. I agree.
Who is this First Lady you're talking about? I am not Melania. I am Mel Jitka. Chicago guy. I cheer for the hot dogs.
Or maybe she was just really tired of all the winning. When Melania finally reappeared, she looked surprisingly relaxed. Like, I just spent 3 days at a spa ignoring my husband's tweets, relaxed. This of course only fueled more speculation about what was really going on behind the scenes at Casa Trump. As Trump's marriage defense turned into comedy gold, late night TV hosts were laughing all the way to the bank. The Orange Turd's attempts to prove his perfect union with Melania backfired spectacularly, sparking a meme-pocalypse across social media. Suddenly, everyone was a Photoshop expert, dropping the first couple into iconic movie scenes faster than you can say Kovfef. But hey, sometimes the best comedy writes itself, especially at 3 a.m. on Twitter. While Grumpy Trumpy was busy tweeting blurry selfies and comparing his marriage to Romeo and Juliet. Spoiler alert, it didn't end well for them. The internet was having a field day. Who needs professional comedians when you've got Donnie Diapers providing material 24/7? It's like he's running a one-man comedy show, only the joke's on him.